Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Tunisian Thievery in Europa Universalis IV. We don't really have much to work on here. Military access from Nagar and Multan are both a no. We can core land, but we're just going to transfer it to our vassals so we don't have to core it ourselves. He can reach that. He can reach Thought. I will give it all to him. I don't want to core it. We're behind on admin tech right now anyway. We're supposed to be improving relations with Great Britain. Don't think we're going to be able to integrate Armenia here in time. It's already been 7,000 days, which is like 20 years. Very expensive. 3,000 diplomatic points to integrate him. That's without having any policies that actually make it cheaper. Let's see. You're already trying to protect trade once you get repaired. These guys I detached because I wanted to upgrade. We need a little bit more money for this. That's 1,200 ducats. That's going to potentially cause me to take a loan. Let's do a few fewer. And then back to protecting trade in Ragusa. Other ships can just kind of hang out there, it's fine. We're losing 6 ducats a month right now. Army's up there and costs 180 ducats a month, my goodness. Unjustified demands and aggressive expansion impact. Would have been nice to have that a little while ago. Okay, the Merchant Guild's lost some influence. We could recruit another minister, Master of Mint. I think so, keep their influence high. Not going to grant a generalship, we don't need to right now. Not going to draft ships for war, no point. We can call allies into our war, not going to. We could just ask for military access through Songhai. Probably a much simpler approach. It'll cost us some diplo points, though. Let's grab another leader. I have no RE, no other guys over here. Can't get through air. Have you march straight down to here. Portuguese capital is down here now. I highly doubt Portugal even has a sizable army, does he? He's got 67,000 infantry, 70,000 now. Where the hell are they all, I wonder? Unfortunately, there goes foreign contacts. And again, until we actually get the capital, his enthusiasm is going to stay pretty darn high. He's got a lot of colonial nations. I'm amazed he's able to actually keep all these together. Probably just because of his standing army, come to think of it. So that puts us over the relationship limit for the moment, and again, we're supposed to be improving relations with Great Britain, who is getting wrecked by France. Still. While we're losing money, I don't really want to be trying to upgrade more ships. But these 16 and all these guys, really, I guess we just send back to protecting trade in Ragusa for the moment. I can detach them again soon, when it's time. Trade income's at 126. Never did get a chance to really go crazy with mercantilism in this campaign. Looks like Songhai, Portugal's at war with Songhai at the moment, because of the French War. Songhai is tied to air. Oh, actually, Songhai has attacked Portugal in their own Songhaian Portuguese nationalist war. Somewhere in here there is a Portuguese army, because they are sieging down forts. Looks like there's a siege here. 36,000 Portuguese troops trying to take Goa, which is the capital of Songhai. Let's let them just stay distracted while I work on some other forts. Songhai, why don't you... Hey, dude, you should prevent him from sieging your capital, sir. I mean, what are you doing? You're not even far behind on military tech, and you've got a large army. Go kill that. You're such a dummy. Pure infantry, look at this. What a joke of an army. I guess we take it, right? Okay, our disaster is only at 64.5. I gotta watch for that one, though. There's a chance that it could end up being, somehow go faster. Should be cautious about that. Want to end this war so I can core stuff. To do Restore Al-Andalus, I need to own a core on Cordoba and Badajoz. So I do have to take those myself and core them. Cannot give those to another vassal. Or client state, in this case. Like our third army's now marching through there. Oh, great. There goes the coalition truce timer. I have a feeling the coalition's going to get pretty darn sizable now. It's not going to stop me from doing my peace deal. And yes, this army's going to lose. We killed far more than we lost, but it's a bit problematic all the same. This fort here is actually giving me a zone of control issue, even though it's in someone else's territory. Let's see if we can snipe that capital real quick. He finished the siege of Gao really quickly and then came after me. Great. Almost have full spy network strength against France. Let's constantly be checking to see here if we can corrupt officials. So irritating that you can't actually see how long it's been. He's on low enthusiasm. We don't have a lot of war score because he's got Bafta for 10. So if I were to piece you out... Come back from the papacy for a moment. The war score cost for these two is only going to be like 12. So it shouldn't be very hard to get, but you need 10 to actually go for a peace deal. So if I go for those two, it's 9 peace deal, and he would accept pretty much right now if I just had his capital. So hopefully this falls right away. Our 2 siege guy here, we got 26-day siege sticks. He is engaging me again, which is probably going to end up being another loss. Kind of depends, though, on infantry combat ability. We got that 30%. I guess it's going to come down to rolls. No. Looks like the rolls aren't going to work out in our favor. Some serious late-game lag here. We did rout the center, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Looks like we're going to lose this fight, too. Again, killed more than we lost, even though it was a lost fight. But that bought me time to siege down Bafta. The Bifta. Alright, that's the capital. That gives us enough war score. That gives us what we need. Let's take money. Can we also get war reps? I'd rather have the war reps because you have pretty high trade income. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, immediately start coring these two. We need Badajoz and we need Cordoba. The other ones we're going to transfer now that we're at peace. So Armenia, we're going to grant you a province. We'll give you Arshi. Armenia, grant province Samarkand. So cause them to be overextended. Ah, right. Okay, can we at least give them Thata? Thata is not showing up on the list, probably because have they not cored any of their coastal stuff? You have a core here, so why don't you have... Why is this not within range for you to core? It should totally be within range for you to core. It's only 33 points. I guess I can core this one myself. And then this one here, we need, we can't core, but it doesn't really matter. We just have to sit on the overextension. So since we don't need to have our armies to the east, and I am a little bit concerned about the coalition attacking, I think we march all 3 of these guys over this way. We'll go like here, here, and here. We'll take these 2 over to near our capital. Grab our transports to those 2 provinces in preparation of moving those 2 stacks to Italy. We'll grab these 3 stacks up to here and here. And then you two, I guess since you're going there, we'll have one of you go to here. Just so that they're, you know, they're adjacent to each other, right? These stacks are designed to hopefully be able to merge with another one so they have full cannons in the back row. Or actually, it's not even full, it's just half cannons in the back row. So they really do need to be moving around in pairs for the most part. We do have higher supply limit though. Like I could go with more cannons now, but I feel like, you know, we did a spreadsheet. We did math. It made sense at the time. I don't want the heavies to be in the same province as the transports. Let's shift them over to Bizerte. Alright, we stopped spying on the papacy. We gained a merchant a while back, apparently, and I don't think I've done anything with it. Let's see what would make sense. Right now, we have a merchant here, which is absolutely essential. This guy, not so much, because he's fine. He's going in the right direction. This guy, depending on the percentage of control we have here, it may start to become more advantageous to steer or not even worry about steering. Then again, if we don't steer, there's only one person, and so Aquila would actually take all outgoing trade into Venice, which would be horrible. So we have to steer here. The question is, do we want to steer directly into Genoa, or do we want to get a couple bumps here and here? I mean, here we're getting a 5.1% increase in trade value from that guy, and then here we're getting a lot of increases. 6.7, 3.6, 1.6, 1.8. It's entirely possible that, no, that's an overall larger increase, but let's see. I know we needed to steer here. So otherwise this money was getting bled down into this area and I couldn't really get any of it. We do have a tiny bit of trade power here now. Let's see how this one does. 58 days. Hopefully I remember. Got the Mentuan Separatists at 90% in Pisa. They are upset because of conversion. Again, I did remember to do this guy, right? I think I did. You're on march? Good. How are all of our marches looking? 23, 17, 16, 16. Actually, Armenia's got more than Tunisian Italy. It'd be cool if on this screen you could actually see more about the country. Like, it's nice knowing how many troops they have, but I'd love to know their force limit. I'd love to know their development. Like, you know, there's things about it that I would like to know. Our colonial nation, I think, is just kind of doing nothing. I doubt he's even colonizing. Yeah, he's a loser. He's a loser. There's a province right there. He could totally be colonizing, but he's not. He probably just got wrecked in that war, didn't he? I imagine we were fighting, yeah, Portuguese Louisiana probably came over and beat him up a bit. Oh well, this was not a colonial campaign, so I'm just not going to worry about that right now. We're currently the target of a how large coalition? Quite a few nations. We will ease the tension. Do we even care about going to war again? Once these two cores are done, we can restore Al-Andalus, which is just something to do. It's going to mess up all of our accepted cultures, probably, but we'll do it anyway, because we can. Unifying Islam just requires us to have more points, and we can do it right now. Now that we have Cordoba. Unifying Islam will give us the missionary strength necessary to convert Rome, especially if we can pick up an Inquisitor, which we still don't have access to. I could fire the cheap guys. Let's get rid of them. Just see if we can find a cheap Inquisitor. Maybe we get lucky. Oh, also, we don't need military access through Songhai anymore. We'll come home from Papal State because I think it's quicker. Wasting those Diplo points right now. And yet again, they're re-electing Austria, even though Austria, I think, is still like a 2-province minor at the moment. That is such a joke. They really need to do a better job of electing people that make sense. Royal marriage offer from Western Tunis. We're not improving relations. Yearly legitimacy doesn't matter. I mean, there's no point, I think. Kind of frustrating that we can't have any other rivals. If we had more rivals, we'd have a much better chance of being able to do corrupt officials mission. Okay, again, just to make sure I don't forget what I'm trying to accomplish, I am trying to do Unify Islam. I'm hoping to get Just Resting in my account. And I want to do White Company if we can get called into a war. I don't think there's going to be any maps to steal because it's too late in the game. So yeah, there's not much. There's just really isn't that much available. Make sure we have a general in charge up here. The disaster's at what percent right now? 71.5. Probably not even going to fire for the end of the campaign, honestly. We only have one more episode until it's time for Rights of Man. I kind of want the piety, but I kind of don't want to pay for that. I need the admin points. Can't course some Markand yet. Rome still can't be converted. Coalition's getting bigger. Oh, cool. Diplomatic reputation goes up and diplomatic annexation goes down. Minus 15% for 5 years. However, the discount won't actually affect us if it's not done, if we don't finish the integration before that goes away. So this will lower the overall cost. Not by as much as you'd think, because there's already a multiplier on there from administrative efficiency. We already have minus 40%. So what you have to do is you take the cost that's showing, 2892, divide it by 0.6. The actual cost is 4,820. And then I believe what's going to happen is the 4,820 is going to get multiplied by 0.85, and then again by the 0.6. The same thing, right? So it's going to take it down to 2458, saving us 2892 minus 2458. Saves us 434 Diplo points if we can actually do it before the modifier expires. At the very least, we get the extra Diplo rep, which increases our ability to integrate, but we don't actually have the Diplo points per month, I think, to do that. We're only generating 7 right now, and we're spending 8. So increasing Diplo rep is not going to actually affect anything. We could go for the more expensive guy just to have the extra points again, but I was leaning towards money before because I wanted to build more light ships. I think we go for it with the intent that hopefully if we pick up Administrative Tech 26 soon, or 27 it is, darn. Pretty unlikely, but let's just take it anyway. Yeah, down to 2458 as expected. And March of 62, that's 10 years, so it's not going to work out. Unless we integrate faster, so I guess we'll take the Diplo guy. Now we're integrating at a whopping 10 per month. Need a trade post in China now. This doesn't give us an actual mission. We should rely more on trade income. 42.7%, that's not going to happen. It's nice when you see this mission. That means you're making quite a bit from trade. Let's head up to like here and here. Oh, the core is available. I mean, am I going to have to go all the way up to level 3 stability to get rid of this? I suppose instead we could just change government type. And now we have the absolute monarchy for the discipline and the national unrest. The only places we actually have issue is with provinces we've recently conquered. So years of separatism would be stronger than the national unrest -1. We lose discipline, basically. For 100 admin points, we can make that disaster go away. That seems reasonable. Also, this is going to give us the ability to do parliament. Something else to get confused and distracted by. So Valencia became a seat. If I remember correctly, seats in parliament give, production efficiency plus 10%. There's like no reason. The last time I played a parliament was when the expansion first came out, and it's been a long time since I've done that. So having too few seats in parliament, if you do not increase the number of seats, additional seats will be assigned automatically. We have no debate going on, increasing corruption, which isn't a big deal. But with these modifiers, it's just good across the board, right? So you want to do it in your highest development provinces. Which provinces are eligible? Does it have to be... I think it can be anywhere as long as it's part of an actual state, not a territory now. Used to be you couldn't do it distant overseas, but now just distant overseas isn't a thing. So, and you have more than 48 seats to parliament. That's an interesting question. Looking for development. This is the development map mode. Alright, so let's see. Can we assign like this a seat to parliament? It's controlled by the Ulema. Okay, so it cannot be provinces that are controlled by estates, apparently. Let's try making Siena into a thing. And now, if I were to revoke it... Alright, so there's no issue with revoking it. So you can freely revoke and grant to other estates when needed. Interesting. I wonder how it automatically assigns them if you just don't do it. If you do not increase the number of seats, additional seats will be assigned automatically. When, I wonder. A debate will continue for at least 10 years, at the end of which you will have a chance to win the debate depending on the number of seats supporting you. Succeeding will give you the bonuses from the selected issue, while failing will cost you 20 prestige. There are none to actually push through, probably because we have to wait till a month passes. It's like Teutons just won their war. Let's go back to spying on the Papal State. Make sure we keep our spy network strength up in case we actually do get the opportunity to do some tech. Our power projection has come down. France, I don't think, has joined the coalition, so we might as well attack him, right? We've been sitting around doing nothing for a while. All of our troops are in position for the most part. I think I'd rather invade really heavily from the south. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so too few seats in parliament still. And now we have access to some debates. So, expand the diplomatic corps. For the next 10 years, diplomats +1, spy network strength +20%, expand the army. Advisor costs, sailor recovery speed. And apparently there's only these 5. Guarantee minority rights. Accepted culture threshold goes down. That's interesting. The extra diplomat seems like the most powerful modifier. This one's complete crap. Absolute trash. Guarantee minority rights could situationally be useful, but this one, the extra diplomat, that is solid. Let's see what we can do there. Enacted issue. And we have victory. It passed. Just like that. Okay. Well, that was certainly easy. I don't know why it was so easy, but yay! Cool. So we have a free diplomat now. Excellent. I'm going to take a break here. I'll see you again in the next episode. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. See you in a bit.